जे सुनको अक्षरले लेखेको पुस्तकको दर्शन गर्न जाँदैछौँ। हो यो भित्र ए यो भित्र रहेछ है।
Anyway, no need to go to.
दर्शन गर्न आएको छौँ हामी। यहाँ अफिसमा टिकट लिनुपर्छ अरे। यो चाहिँ हतपत खुल्दैन र जो पायो त्यसले दर्शन नपाउँदो रहेछ। यो विशेष मान्छेहरूको लागि मात्रै रहेछ। एकदम स्केड्युल टाइट यस्तो रहेछ। भित्र यस्तो रहेछ। यो मेन द्वार दियो जलाउने। हजुर साङ्गे मेलम मेडिसिन बुद्ध हो। हस् त यो चाहिँ मेडिसिन बुद्ध है।
यो मेडिसिन बुद्ध
कति पुरानो होला यो?
यो तपाईको 2200 वर्षभन्दा नि अगाडि।
2200 वर्षभन्दा अगाडि
यो बाल बन्ने बेलामा
हजुर
पहिले यो बनाउँछ
हजुर।
अनि बाल बनाउन सुरु गर्छ। पहिले यो राख्नुपर्छ अरे के
2200 मेडिसिन बुद्धको
साङ्गे मेला भन्छ त।
साङ्गे मेला। अन्त यो चाहिँ प्युरिफाइङ हस्तै यहाँको आशीर्वाद
यसमा राख्नु है।
यस्तो छ। अब यता मेलम गर्न यहाँ चाहिँ के अरे? हजुर
총배 너부 상보?
छोङ्बे नर्बु साङ्बो। यो कति वर्ष पुरानो होला? 600-700 वर्ष पुरानो। छोङ्बे नर्बु साङ्बो।
유첸지야. 총배 너부 상보라.
यो चाहिँ के हो? यो मुनिको चाहिँ
칼문에.
यसको मतलब चाहिँ?
네, 토사키랑 신지로 마치다.
हजुर
को मतलब के हो भने
यो
मण्डला नि।
यो चाहिँ मण्डला है। छोङ्बे नर्बु। अच्छा अच्छा।
야, 가.
आर्किटेक्चर यस्तो छ यहाँको। यसको वरिपरिको आर्किटेक्चर सबै वुडन सबै वुडन रहेछ।
Yeah, I think it's coming. This is got for business.
नमस्कार
मेरो आमा,
ए नमस्कार आमा।
मेरो कान्छी छोरी, मेरो दिदी, मेरो भेना।
नमस्ते सबैजना।
उता दुईजना चाहिँ मेरो गेस्ट।
त्यसमा मेरो साथी पुरानो
अच्छा अच्छा हजुर।
जनफाङ
ऊ पनि ठमेलबाटै हो।
सुनिङले लेखेको पुस्तक हेर्ने स्टोर चाहिँ यो रहेछ। अहिले लक छ। अहिले अब पेमाले पर्मिसन लिएर आउनुहुन्छ उताबाट टिकट लिएर। त्यहाँदेखि चाहिँ गुरुजीले यहाँ ढोका खोल्नुहुन्छ। अब चाहिँ ढोका खोल्नु हुँदैछ। यस्तो गरेर राख्नु रहेछ। यसको मतलब को हो म त थाहा छैन। अब चिन्ने मान्छेलाई चाहिँ रहेछ।
I think you teach here better like this.
त्यहाँदेखि चाहिँ यहाँ उहाँ चाहिँ के हुनुहुन्छ?
you. Thank you. Okay.
यहाँ अफिस जस्तो छ के अरे यो ठाउँको नाम यसलाई के भन्छ अरे यो सुनले लेखेको पुस्तक कसले लेखेको अरे जम्बायाङ जम्बेयाङले चाहिँ जम्बेयाङ स्वयंले चाहिँ आफ्नो हातले सुनको अक्षरले लेखेको पुस्तक अब हामीले दर्शन गर्नेछौँ केही समयपछि
Xuanzang. But let me see.
Tibetan language.
Xuanzang.
Xuanzang, yeah.
Wait, I take a photograph of this. I check immediately. Who is this fella?
거기 다시 뭐지 왜나? 먼저 배기. 먼저 배일로에 라이어 말해서 거기 진이. 거기 가든이다.
फेक स्क्रिप्ट
스크립트.
ती क्रिएट छिन्
그래지는 거. 런처 부슈.
those who create the Tibetan script
He is the one who.
is the one
I see. Oh, he's the one who translate the Tibetan script.
야,
Shit.
이제 Chinese monk.
for the first
This is
time
Yamantaka.
야만다가 is the Jambiang the tuba. 야만다가 라이다.
Yamantaka is Jamyang what?
Jambiang
Wrathful form of Jamyang.
yes.
His name here.
and
Yeah, but Chinese. Yeah, I know. I don't know Chinese.
His people, yeah.
Can you send me what do you type?
यो चाहिँ को अरे 총바 루푸 샹보
Video.
곰바 루투
Video.
Translate the one. The guy is the Chinese monk.
잠베양 잠베양
Video camera. Touch the camera.
아니
The
네
one who go to
India.
Select a photo.
India,
Select a photo.
Budgaya. And
Select a
he is the
photo, yeah.
one of the first Chinese monk who was translated.
Yes, Tong Sam Chong.
Tong Sam Chung.
Just have to
He is the Chinese monk.
Yes, Tong Sam Chong.
To take photo. Select with your camera.
If he is not going to
What to
translate,
select?
then we cannot get the chance like in the Naga King.
It's Nagarjuna.
Nagarjuna, Naga King.
Nagarjuna.
नागा किङ नागार्जुना
Nagarjuna.
and here यो चाहिँ को यो चाहिँ
그 정문 우성 이고
यो चाहिँ यहाँको छौमन
우리 공부를 내고기
अब हामी पुस्तक दर्शनको लागि यहाँ आसन ग्रहण गर्नु हुँदैछ उहाँहरू हाम्रो फ्यामिली
तपाईँको चाहिँ को लेखिन्छ नि
मेरो पर्दैन पुस्तक ल्याउनु हुँदैछ
Last time here also the
होइन दिलामा
olden days they are sitting here.
이 पेजको आ पेज 이 छापे पेजको
सेकेन्ड पुस्तक
This is
सुनले जडेको
text, huh?
सुनले लेखेको पुस्तक दर्शन
Pecha.
दोस्रो पुस्तक
Pecha
आइपुग्यो
text.
They wrote by gold.
Good.
चारवटा पुस्तक आइपुग्यो
The one is so old, that guy is still in the pattern. In the morning time, the brother, he will explain you.
Yeah, can.
रेकर्ड छिन् ठिकै छ ठिकै बस
होइन बुझ्नु त्यो खाँचे दिने पढ्या छु मैले होइन
रे
खै खाँचे दिने पढ्या छु
ल ल रेकर्ड चाहिँ बुझ्यो
रेकर्ड कहिले के चाहिँ को रेकर्ड सेयर होला कहिले सेसन दि मोबाइल रेकर्ड सेयर
सुनले लेखेको पुस्तक एकदम पुरानो 2000 years old
Vahindran Pradhan from Nepal.
We are here to see the scripture.
Yeah.
It's called Sata Sasika Pragya Paramita in Sanskrit language. In Chinese language, you are Chinese.
Yes.
Yeah. Chinese language, Polo Paramita with 100,000 verses. 100,000 sutras.
Polo.
That is also called Golden Sutra in Malaysia.
Yeah.
Very popular. Yeah. It is called Golden Sutra. All letters are written in gold. Yeah. And the scripts are called, written over here, scripts are called in Sanskrit Ranjana, but in Chinese and Tibetan people call Lenja. Lenja script. There are two types of Lenja script. One modern Lenja, another ancient Lenja. Ancient Lenja is also called Proto Lenja, was developed by Wensu Pusa. Wensu Pusa. Yeah. And modern Lenja was developed by Atisha. Dipankara Atisha. You know Atisha?
Yeah, Atisha
That
Dipankara.
one,
Atisha
below the wall clock. Atisha. Yeah.
Which one is that?
This one.
Below wall clock.
Statue.
Atisha Dipankara.
Yeah, Atisha.
He's from Bangladesh. Huh?
Yeah, Bangladesh. Now it is Bangladesh.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about that. In the scripture, the papers are called, written over here, Nilapatra. Nilapatra means blue paper, blue color paper. That is a Sanskrit word, Nilapatra, blue paper. Blue paper, not only color, blue paper represents, blue color represents not only color, represents poison.
Poison.
Papers are poisonous papers, not for human being, not for human being, for worms and insects. No worms, no insects can
Okay.
bite, can eat this paper.
Poison.
Yeah, poisonous paper. So it is called Nilapatra in Sanskrit. Yeah. And these papers are called moisture-free papers. So told by our grandfathers, forefathers, yeah, told us these papers are moisture-free papers. But we didn't believe that. I didn't believe that. But in COVID pandemic, for 3 years we have kept in vault. We didn't open for 3 years. After 3 years, when we opened, we didn't see any moisture. So then I believe that these papers are moisture-free papers.
moisture-free paper.
Yeah. These papers are made by different herbs, which can be found in Himalayan range, high altitude. Yeah. So these papers are moisture-free papers, being moisture-free. And we have 4 volumes. 4 volumes contains 100,000 sutras, 100,000 verses. Each volume contains 25,000 verses. 4 volumes represents 4 elements of our body. In Sanskrit, that is called Yam, Ram, Lam, Vam. Yam, Ram, Lam, Vam. Yam means first volume, wind. Ram, second volume, represents fire, energy. Third volume, Lam. Lam volume represents earth, solid of our body. And last, Vam volume. Vam volume represents water, liquid. So, in Tibetan language, it is called Sachu Melu. Lu me Sachu. In Tibetan language. In Chinese language, To, Poye, Soy, whatever, I forgot that. Yeah. Now I am telling you about writer, place of writing, and time of writing of this scripture. For that, I have to tell you about Sakyamuni. Sakyamuni Buddha. You know, Sakyamuni. Sakyamuni was born in Lumbini before 2566 years. After he got enlightenment on Bodh Gaya, in Bodh Gaya, at the time he was only 35 years old. 35 years. His age was 35 years. Only 35 years. After getting enlightenment, he went to Sarnath. And he taught about wheel of dharma as a first teaching. At that time he had only 5 disciples. In first teaching. After then, he went to Bhaljapik mountain near to Nalanda. You know Nalanda Monastic University, near to Nalanda. He went to Bhaljapik mountain. You can see nowadays also top of the Bhaljapik mountain, seat of Sakyamuni. Many people, pilgrims, used to go to see the seat of Sakyamuni. Yeah. Sitting over there in Bhaljapik mountain, top of the Bhaljapik mountain, Sakyamuni taught about these 100,000 verses of Paloparamita, Bhajana Paramita. Yeah. 100,000 verses. At that time, he had 1,350 disciples. 1,350 disciples. Yeah. After getting knowledge of 100,000 verses, which was taught by Sakyamuni, 1,349 disciples, except one. 1,349 disciples got Alohan. Alohan, higher level of monk. Alohan. Yeah, Alohan. In Sanskrit, that is called Arhan. In Pali language, Arhat. And Tibetan language, Dachumba. Yeah, Dachumba. When one who got Alohan, he will be free from birth cycle. Free from rebirth cycle. He do not have to reborn in this our heart. Yeah. Except one, yeah, I told you, except one. One was Monk Anand. Monk Anand didn't get Alohan during the life of Sakyamuni Buddha. Why? Yeah, because he had a pride at that time. Pride of dearest disciple of Sakyamuni. Because of that pride, he didn't get Alohan in the life of Sakyamuni. After great departure of Sakyamuni, he was free from that pride. After then, he got Alohan. That was written over here. Monk Anand. Yeah? Actually, Monk Anand was his Sakyamuni's dearest disciple, and also his cousin also, Sakyamuni cousin, Anand was, yeah. At the time, 17 bodhisattvas were also there. One of them was Vaisupusa, Manjusri, Jamyang, yeah. Tibetan people call Jamyang, Chinese people are Vaisupusa, we people call Manjusri. And Vaisupusa listened 100,000 verses of Paloparamita, which are taught by Sakyamuni in Bhaljapik mountain, and he got memorized in his brain. Yeah? And after then he came here in Nepal and he wrote the scripture, sitting in, written over here, as for written, sitting in Dharma Dhatu monastery. Dharma Dhatu monastery, nowadays you can see in Swayambhu Stupa, south of the Swayambhu Stupa, there is small Bihar monastery, that is called Dharma Dhatu monastery. Written also outside of that monastery, Dharma Dhatu Bihara. Yeah. Sitting in that monastery, Vaisupusa wrote 3 leaves with his last finger. These letters are bigger size letter. Yeah. After then, all other pages containing very small letters, which was written by his disciple of Vaisupusa. His name was Pandit Jina Sri Gyana. Written over here, Pandit Jina Sri Gyana. Actually, his name was Dharma Sri Mitra. One thing I have to say you, disciple of Vaisupusa, Pandit Jina Sri Gyana, actually he was blind. He was graduate of Nalanda Monastic University. He came along with Vaisupusa in Nepal. When he came here, he became blind as physical eye. But he had to write this scripture taught by Vesubhusa, as taught by Vesubhusa. Then Vesubhusa blessed him inner eye. Inner eye. By that inner eye, he wrote all other pages, small letters. I will show you that those letters. Yeah. And
देखाएर क्लोज गर्नु हुँदैछ पुस्तकको चाहिँ भिडियो खिच्न मिलेन
Your explanation is excellent.
south of the Maharashtra, the village name was Bidar. Nowadays that village is under Nagpur district of Maharashtra, south of the Maharashtra. When he was born, astrologer told his parents the baby Nagarjuna can survive only for 7 days. After 7 days, he will be died.
7 days.
7 days. Only 7 days. And his parents asked for the long life to baby Nagarjuna. Then astrologer told, if 100 Brahmins came to bless baby Nagarjuna, then baby Nagarjuna can survive for 7 years. After 7 years, he will be died. Yeah, he had no long life. Then his parents called 100 Brahmins to bless baby Nagarjuna. Then baby Nagarjuna survived for 7 years. After completing 7 years, he will be died. That was told by astrologer to his parents. Then his parents sent him to Nalanda before completing 7 years. Sent him to Nalanda. At that time, in the Nalanda monastery, the head of the Nalanda monastery was monk, great tantric. He is also great Mahasiddha. His name was Master Sara. And he met Master Sara, and he was accepted by Master Sara as a disciple, and Master Sara named him new name, Monk Sriman. That was the monk Sriman was named by his master in Nalanda monastery. What was his name in his home? Nobody knows about that. Couldn't find the name of Nagarjuna. After that, Nagarjuna asked for long life to his master Sara. Then Master Sara gave him a mantra that is called Amitabh mantra. Amitabh mantra. Amitabh mantra with 6 letters. Om Deva Mi Sari. Om Deva Mi Sari. Because most of Tibetan people recite Ami Devasri. Ami Devasri. In Sanskrit, Om Deva Mi Sari. Yeah. And Master Sara told him, if you recite daily this mantra, you can be free from any infection and disease. No disease can touch you, infect you, by this power of this mantra. So, as for history, Indian history, Nagarjuna got 100 years of life, 150 to 250. But I read in Tibetan history, as per Tibetan history, he got 600 years of life, 150 to 750. During his life, he traveled many places of Asian countries, many places, even in Malaysia also. Yeah, that Aryan Bhumi, where Nagarjuna and Atisha also traveled and meditated on that Bhumi. So that Bhumi is famous for that Rinpoche's temple. Yeah. And in last day, in the last of the 600 years of life, he came in Nepal and he meditated in a cave stated in the Nagarjuna hill, north of the Swayambhu hill, Nagarjuna hill. There is the cave nowadays also. In that cave, he meditated and he got departure in that cave.
Departure in the cave.
Departure in that cave. So you can see the statue of Nagarjuna in that cave also. In the top of that hill, you can see the stupa of Nagarjuna. So after then, our ancestor named that hill Nagarjuna hill as Nagarjuna. Before that Nagarjuna, before that named Nagarjuna hill, that hill's name was Jamatso hill. Jamatso hill. After departure of Nagarjuna, then that hill's name became Nagarjuna. Now back to Nalanda. Actually, Nalanda monastery was established by Sakyamuni. At that time, that monastery was very small monastery. Yeah? And he read in the monastery, and after graduation in Nalanda monastery, he became a teacher. The Nagarjuna became teacher. After some time, he became head of Nalanda monastery. When he became head, then king of serpent people beneath the Karna Valley called him, invited him, and he came here and he went to serpent kingdom down beneath the Karna Valley, and he lived in serpent kingdom for 3 months as per history. Yeah. And he found these 4 volumes, and he read these 4 volumes. After then, he taught to serpent people these 4 volumes, sutras, 100,000 sutras of Palaparamita. Then serpent people, one of the serpent people, the princess of serpent people, princess of serpent, got alone. Then after, princess of serpent handed over these 4 volumes for human land. So he brought here, and at that time, serpent people named him Nagarjuna. His name was Monk Srimant, Master Srimant, but serpent people named him Nagarjuna. Nagarjuna means Long Supusa. And he brought these 4 volumes in this our monastery. Actually, this monastery was belonged to the king of Kathmandu, king of Nepal, ancient Nepal. Yeah. So king will look after well these 4 volumes, and then Nagarjuna kept in this monastery. Actually, this monastery was oldest monastery in Kathmandu Valley. So it is called Tham Vihara in ancient time. Tham Vihara. Tham Vihara means oldest monastery. Nowadays we call in Newari Thambahi, Tham Vihar, and nowadays all people call Tamil.
Tamil.
And
The monastery, this one.
Yeah.
And he kept here, Nagarjuna kept here these 4 volumes, and he added 1 volume that is called Middle Way. Actually, these 4 volumes are called Theory of Enlightenment, Theory of Emptiness. These 4 volumes contains 100,000 verses. 100,000 verses is very long process to getting enlightenment, getting emptiness. So then he concise in 25,000 verses, and that is called Middle Way. In Sanskrit, that is called Mula Madhyamika. Mula Madhyamika Pragyaparamita. In English, Middle Way. In Chinese language, Tibetan language, I forgot. And he kept here, and he because of keeping these 5 volumes, great volumes of Prajana Paramita, Poloparamita, our ancestor king worshipped him as our family god. Till now, we worshipped him as our family god. So our family god is Nagarjuna. And then he went to Nalanda, back to Nalanda. When he lived in Serpent Kingdom, serpent people gave him a mantra. And nowadays we call formula, that a mantra of transforming iron to gold. He could transform iron to gold. That power given by the serpent people. And he went back to Nalanda, and he transformed iron hill near to Nalanda to gold hill. By that gold, he constructed Nalanda monastery as the biggest university in the world, Nalanda Monastic University. Now there are also 50 square kilometer area you can see of the Nalanda Monastic University, the biggest university in the world, and he became head of Nalanda Monastic University, first head. First head of Nalanda Monastery was Sakyamuni, who established Nalanda Monastery, and first head of the Nalanda Monastic University was Nagarjuna.
University.
He established a university,
Yeah, he
Nalanda.
constructed Nalanda Monastery as the biggest university in the world, Nalanda Monastic University.
Nagarjuna.
Nagarjuna. By that gold, he transformed. He could transform
Iron to gold.
iron to gold.
Iron to gold.
That power was given by certain people. Okay, I'll show you.
Yeah.
You can close your camera.
And after that,
दोस्रो
I'll see
पुस्तक
whether we can go. Okay.
प्याक गर्नुहुँदैछ
Eastern.
ल अब सेकेन्ड पुस्तक व्याख्या गरेर सक्नुभयो अब तेस्रो पुस्तक खोल्नुहुँदैछ
It's quite heavy.
थर्ड वान
Yam Ram.
He's gonna open the third one.
Wind.
This is Lam volume. Lam volume.
This
for
is
solid.
Lam volume.
Solid of our body.
Solid.
Earth.
Solid
Earth.
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 In
Earth
Hindi language,
volume.
it is called
Come
Sa.
Sui Fo. Come Mo Sui Fo. There's another toe. Should be five.
Third volume. Now I am telling you about Atisha.
Atisha
Yeah,
Dipakara.
yeah, role of Atisha in our monastery.
What is this? Come.
Nagarjuna, Atisha.
Gold.
Atisha is the
Gold.
Buddha of 11.
So, you know, come. No gold lah.
My guru, just before you start, Atisha is before he went to Bangladesh, he came to Malaya. They call it the Golden Charasanis. Trungpa Rinpoche has been there. It is in Sumatra.
I will tell you.
You also have been there.
Yeah, I will tell you. Atisha was born nowadays in Bangladesh.
Yeah.
When he was born, there is the country of Pala king, Pala dynasty king. Yeah. He was born on 980 AD, last of the 10th century, 980 AD. He was born as a prince of Pala dynasty. His father's name was King Kalyan Sri. His father's name was King Kalyan Sri of Pala dynasty. His parents had 3 sons. He was second one, second prince. His name was Prince Chandra Garbha. Chandra Garbha means moon's Moon's Chandra Garbha. The uterus of moon. Moon's Chandra Garbha. When he was 11 years old, he left Royal Palace and he went to Nalanda Monastic University. But he was 11 years old, so he studied in primary education in different monastery, Bikamshila, Vadantapuri Monastery near to Nalanda Monastic University. When he was in higher study in Nalanda Monastic University, he was found as an extraordinary student. His teachers found him, extraordinary teachers, and then his teachers named him Atisha. Atisha is the Sanskrit word. Atisha. Atisha means incomparable. He was incomparable student among Asian country. So he was named by his teachers Atisha. After graduation in Nalanda Monastic University, he went to Indonesia, in Sumatra Island. Sumatra Island. Nowadays that is called Jambi Island.
Jambi.
Jambi.
Now it's
nowadays,
Jambi.
and he went to Sumatra Island for getting the expertise of that is called
I think
Tantrism.
Yeah.
At that time, there was a master of Tantrism. His name was Sher Glimpa. Sher
Glimpa.
Glimpa, who lived in Sumatra Island. He was the great tantric, one of the 84 Mahasiddhas, Sher Glimpa. Yeah. And he studied Tantrism with the teacher for 12 years. After 12 years, he became expert in Tantrism, and he went back to Nalanda.
Yeah.
And he became a teacher in Nalanda Monastic University, and some years after, he became head of Nalanda Monastic University. When he was head in Nalanda Monastic University, the king of West Tibet invited him to translate some scriptures which are written in Sanskrit language, translate to Tibetan language. Yeah? So he was invited by the king of West Tibet, and at that time, in ancient time, the way to Tibet from India was Karno Valley, ancient Nepal, and he came here on 1039. Came here in Karno Valley, and he lived in our monastery for 1.5 years, 1039 to 1041. And when he lived here, he found this monastery became very old. So he demolished this monastery and he reconstructed this monastery. Yeah. After 1,000 years after, we reconstructed now. They started before 4 or 5 years. Yeah. After 3 years, it will be completed. Okay. Nowadays, it will take 7 years. But when he lived here for 1.5 years, he reconstructed this monastery. How that possible was? And when he lived here and he established Medicine Buddha over there, Medicine Buddha, and he established one statue of black stone statue of Arya Avalokiteshwar, that one. That black statue, black stone statue, Arya Avalokiteshwar statue, yeah, that one, black one, yeah, and he established a stupa in the name of Nagarjuna in other courtyard, white stupa. You can see white stupa in the name of Nagarjuna. After then he went back to, he went to Tibet. On the way, far from here, only 12-13 kilometers, and there is a hill also. On the top of the hill, he established 5 stupa. That is called Panchamani. Panchamani. Nowadays, that is not over there, and so we are process to establish 5 stupa over there by the help of Malaysian people, which are led by that Rinpoche, yeah, Lompo Rinpoche. I will tell you about that later. And then after then he went to Tibet. He lived in Tibet for 3 years. After 3 years, as per his journey book, I'm telling you on the basis of his journey book. Yeah? And he lived in Tibet for 3 years. After 3 years, he went back to Nalanda, and he lived in Nalanda for 11 months. After 11 months, he went back to Tibet, and he lived in Tibet, and he got departure in Tibet on 1058. After then, he got the rebirth in Tibet, first reincarnation. After he became 80 years old, and he got a departure in Tibet, first reincarnation of Atisha, and after then he rebirth in Malaysia. I already told you the Lompo Rinpoche. That is the second reincarnation of Atisha.
Lompo
Rinpoche.
Oh,
So he used to come here before 45 years. He used to come here each and every quarter. He used to come here. And when we started this reconstruction of this monastery, then he helped us by Malaysian people. Many more he helped us, and we have succeeded to reconstruction of this monastery. And in for that 5 stupa also he helped many more. And so after 5 to 6 months we will re-establish that 5 stupa also. So we believe that he is the second reincarnation of Atisha. Yeah. When he came here, I met him first. He told me many more things about this monastery. How that possible? So I feel that when he come here, used to come here, and he feel he is here as his own home. He feel. He told me that. So he helped me much more for reconstruction of this monastery.
he seems to know more things about here.
Yeah.
Lopon Rinpoche, young Rinpoche, right?
He used to come here every 4 months, 3 months, 4 months.
Is he a young Rinpoche?
No, now he is 72 years old.
72.
Yeah,
Not
72
this
years.
one. Huh?
No, 72 years.
Lopon
I will show
Rinpoche.
picture.
But what tradition is he? A Kajupa or name Galop? Must be Galop lah.
Mahayana.
Mahayana 龙婆菩萨
Mahayana.
龙婆
He worshipped
Mahayana.
Chundi. You know the Chundi?
Which one?
Chundi Bodhisattva. Great Mother Chundi.
Oh, Chundi.
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 He worshipped Chundi.
Chundi. 18 arms.
18 arms.
Some 16 arm.
Yeah, some
16 arm is 16 Arahat, you know, represents 16 Arahat. What do you call it in Tibetan? Huh? Niten Chidu. The form of Avalokiteshvara in the form of Chundi, yeah? Niten Chidu.
Yeah.
Is Lopon Rinpoche, yeah? Malaysia. Oh, he's the incarnation.
very young.
One you can see 8,000% in Patan Golden Temple also. That was also written by Tamil, Mr. Pusa in Nalanda. That was written in Nalanda for teaching purpose. That is also called summary of this 100,000%. You can see in Patan Golden Temple 5 volumes of this Palaparamita.
The 5th volume is with the Tang dynasty.
No. I will tell you now. Yeah. And Xuanzang firstly went to Kazakhstan, near to
Kazakhstan or
Kazakhstan, yeah.
Kazakhstan.
And he sought 5 volumes in Kazakhstan. He didn't find, and he went to Afghanistan and he didn't find, and he traveled many places in Indian subcontinent. In last, he went to Nalanda.
And he found it.
He lived in Nalanda for 3 years. 3 years, and he couldn't find these 5 volumes. That was told by his king of Tang dynasty, to bring the copies of these 5 volumes. Yeah. So, and he lived in Nalanda for 3 years, and then he went to Rameswaram, South India.
Rameswaram
Yeah.
temple
He didn't
near
find-
Kanyakumari.
Kanyakumari. He didn't find in Rameswaram also, and he went to Bengal. Nowadays in
Bengal,
Calcutta, Kolkata. Yeah, he went to Bengal and he met the king of Bengal. And king of Bengal told him, you can find these 5 volumes in Nepal, ancient Nepal. Yeah, you can go there and to meet the king of ancient Nepal, Ansubarman at that time. And he came here in Nepal and he met Ansubarman, king of Nepal, the father of Green Tara, Brikuti. Green Tara, who was married in Tibetan with Tibetan king, Xuanzang Gampo.
Xuanzang Gampo.
His second wife, Green Tara. Her name was Rikuti, the daughter of that king, our ancestor king, Ansu Barma.
Ansu Barma's daughter.
Ansu Barma. Nowadays, historian call Ansu Barma, but actually his name was Ansu Barman. He was the king of Burman dynasty. Was that originated in Middle Asia. Burman dynasty.
The queen of China brought the young Sakyamuni to Tibet, right? When he married Xuanzang Gampo.
Xuanzang Gampo, yeah.
And the
Queen of China is the youngest queen.
The youngest queen.
Youngest queen from our family.
From Nepal.
Our family, the daughter of that king Ansu Barman. Yeah. She became later.
So
Green Tara.
in Chinese, the queen is called Wenchang. Wenchang.
Something White Tara. Many people call her White Tara.
They call her White Tara.
White Tara. Yeah.
Because like Guru Rinpoche also got two consorts, right?
Yeah.
One is from China. There are two consorts for Guru Rinpoche, right?
Yeah.
One also is Chinese, right? Just like Xuanzang Gampo, when he married to the king, when Xuanzang Gampo married to this, Wenchang princess lah.
Wenchang princess was eldest queen.
Yeah.
Eldest queen. Youngest queen from Nepal.
Oh,
Princess
youngest
of
one.
Nepal.
Youngest
I
one.
see.
Second
Princess of
one.
Nepal.
Ah.
The daughter of that king Ansu Barman.
Oh.
Our ancestor king Ansu Barman.
Your ancestor king.
Ancestor king Ansu
Oh,
Barman.
I see.
And the Xuanzang came in Nepal and he met Ansu Barman, king of Nepal. And Ansu Barman, king of Nepal, told, you can find in this monastery, you go. Then he came here and as per his written, he found the golden statue of Sakyamuni as a human size. That one, yeah.
That one here.
He wrote as a Sakyamuni, statue of Sakyamuni. Yeah. And we believe that statue is the previous life of Sakyamuni. But
Previous
he wrote
life.
in his book, statue of Sakyamuni, golden statue of Sakyamuni, and he found these 5 volumes in his monastery, and he read these 5 volumes, and he tried to copy these 5 volumes, but our ancestors denied his request, and he was succeed to translate only 1 volume, 5th volume, middle way, and
The middle way.
Middle way. He translated 1 copy in Tibetan language, 3 copies in Chinese language, and he went back to Changan, and he handed over that volumes to King of Tang Dynasty. That was written in his book.
So now the 5th volume is with the Tang Dynasty, maybe in
That
China.
is the copy volume.
That's the copy volume.
That's the copy volume.
The real
Now I am
one.
telling you the original volume. Okay, which is written by Nagarjuna.
Okay.
I am telling you now. Yeah.
Okay.
Before 383 years, here in Kathmandu, there was a king of Mala dynasty.
Mala.
His name was Pratap Malla, King Pratap Malla. He was expert in 15 languages at that time. He was also tantric also. He married many wives. Some people wrote 30 wives, but some people wrote 300 wives. Among those wives, he appointed 2 consort queens. Eldest queen from India. She was the princess of India, eldest queen. Her name was Anantapriya Devi. Youngest queen from our family. Her name was princess of our family. Her name was Lalmati Devi. Lalmati Devi. 8th generation above me. 8th generation, our great aunt. 8th generation from me. Above. Yeah, and he married our princess, and he appointed youngest queen to her. So he became our son-in-law, our family son-in-law. Yeah, he came here before 373 years before in our monastery in August month. Just break this one, I will tell you later. First of all, I have to tell you about a story of that blue image. You know? That, image.
Yamantaka?
Yamantaka.
Yeah. Jamyang?
Jamyang.
Yeah.
The one of 1008 images of Jamyang. 1008 images Jamyang had.
Jamyang have is
And
Yamantaka.
one of them was this.
God. Beijing, huh? You've been to Beijing, right? The white stupa there? This is
Yamantaka.
Jamyang.
Yamantaka, yeah. How his name became Yamantaka, I will tell you a story. Yeah.
This one I don't know.
I will tell you a story. Once upon a very long year before, Jamyang defeated god of death Yam.
Yam.
God of death Yam defeated by Jamyang
Yeah.
with this image.
Uh-huh.
This image had 1000 hands and 1000 legs with bull head. Some people call bull head, some people call it buffalo head. Yeah. This is the strongest image of Jamyang. He defeated god of death Yam. God of death Yam, then his name became Yamantaka. Yama plus Anta. Anta means ended in Sanskrit. Ended. He ended Yama.
Yeah.
So his name became Yamantaka. Yama plus Anta, Yamantaka. His name became Yamantaka. Then Yama was defeated by him. Then Yama promised him, if anybody got the blessing of Palaparamita, Prajaparamita, which was written by you yourself, then I will send him or her to Pure Land directly. That was promised by God of death Yam to Yamantaka.
Oh.
Since that time, our ancestor displayed over here 2 leaves over here for once in a year for in August month for 9 days. Only for 9 days we have to display here 2 leaves, and in 8 days our masters from different monasteries used to come here and they will recite these 5 volumes. Since that time.
That time, no?
At that time, yeah. So many people used to come here to see that scripture, to those scriptures, to getting the easy way to Pure Land. When I was small boy, my parents also sent me to see this scripture, and then you can get easy way to Pure Land. That was told by my parents also. Yeah, I used to came here before when I was a small boy. Nowadays, I began showing these scriptures to all.
No, you're a philosopher,
Yeah.
not a storyteller, philosopher. Oh, that's the story of Yaman and Taka.
Yeah,
Actually.
Yama plus Anta.
Anta.
Yamantaka.
The end.
He ended Yama.
So the Yama is when Jamyang defeated
Defeated.
in the form of Yamantaka,
Yamantaka.
King Yama of the Hell Realm.
Yeah.
Ah, good.
Yes. Since that time, we used to display
Yeah.
2 leaves over here in this monastery in August month, only in August month for 9 days.
Yeah.
In last day, 9th day, the living goddess Kumari, you know living goddess Kumari,
Yeah.
has to come here, and after seen by her this scripture, then we have to close our 9 days festival.
Oh.
This is our festival. Yeah. Only in August month.
But it's only in August.
And that came back to the king.
Yeah.
King came here on August month before 3 years before, and he read these all 5 volumes.
Oh.
5 volumes, and he wrote in 4 leaves as the importance of this Poloparamita, bigger size letters I will show you. Yeah. Now, and he told his father-in-law, requested his father-in-law, our ancestor, that these 5 volumes is a great Poloparamita, Prajaparamita. So these 5 volumes have to keep in Royal Palace. Please send these 5 volumes. Then our ancestor denied his request.
Oh,
Yeah, denied his request. Yeah, and after long confliction between father-in-law and son-in-law, long confliction, that 5th volume was sent to Royal Palace. When we recite in once in a year, one master used to go to recite that 5th volume in Royal Palace, and others are remain others will remain here to recite these 4 volumes. One used to go to Royal Palace for reciting that volume, and this was continued from 373 years up to 42 years. In these 42 years, no one called us to recite that volume. So before 5 to 6 years, I asked in Royal Palace for reciting that volume, but nobody knows about that. Nobody knows about that. That volume is not there.
No more.
Yeah, no more.
well,
That volume is damaged or stolen. What happened? Nobody knows about that.
Missing from the
which king
palace.
which king in the royal palace is the
The
responsible?
last king, Virendra.
Dipendra.
Virendra.
Virendra.
He's the
Last
one
king
killed
was
by.
assassinated.
He was
Yeah,
killed by
assassinated.
the whole family was killed.
Yeah, all-
That is the one, isn't it?
Family was killed.
He's the one who
Not
not Tribhuvan, huh?
Not Tribhuvan. Virendra. Last king Virendra.
The last
The
king.
last king was killed, every whole family.
Nobody knows about that volume in Royal Palace. So, if Xuanzang didn't translate at that time in 7th century, we cannot get the essence of reciting that 5th volume, middle way. So he translated at that time, so we can get the reciting of that volume. So we have to respect him for respect. Replaced.
Now it
Yeah.
falls in. So, Om Gate Gate, yeah?
Om
Actually, he
Gate
did a
Gate
very
Para
good job.
Para Sam Gate.
So he translate.
Body Soha.
He translate.
You know the
He did
meaning
a
of
very good
Om
job.
Gate Gate Para Gate? No.
What was the meaning?
Om is the universe.
Yeah, universe.
Gate Gate means go and go
Go and go.
with meditation.
Okay.
Not
With
physical.
meditation.
With
Go and go. Om
Go and
Gate
go.
This
Gate.
is the one.
Pavasam Gate.
Para Gate.
Para Gate.
Para Gate means you can reach in space.
Because the
Para
king,
means space.
I know the king,
Space.
Space. You can reach in
was
space.
killed.
Para Sam Gate. Then you
No
can
more.
beyond. You can reach beyond the space. Para
Beyond
Sam Gate.
space.
Beyond the space. Bodhiswa. Then you can get emptiness.
Body Soha.
Enlightened.
Enlightened.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
That's the meaning. Om Gate Gate Para Gate Para Sam Gate.
Now I see why Xuanzang is so important. That copied text is the one that came out with the Prajna Paramita. He is more important than just a historical figure. Now I see.
Means that he's the 5th one, only he's one.
Reflect.
Reflect.
Fourth.
This, to me, I feel
Scam, huh?
listening to you, sir, is great blessing.
Scam.
It now I see the connection, and it is so important. I'm so blessed by this man. That's why without him, no opportunity.
Today is not
Huh?
educated me more.
सक्यो अब क्लोज गर्नु हुँदैछ 4वटा पुस्तक
Sir,
For Khada.
खदा अर्पण गर्नु
This one I want to take home.
एकदम गरौँ छ कि एकदम गरौँ छ कि हातले गर्नु कि
त्यता छिटो इलो केमा छोड्दै